Hey, my name's Sean Friedman. I'm with Earthworks on the maintenance division. Came to show you some plants. Starting off just in my walkway, you got these little planters I made out of some scrap wood I had. Of course, got the succulents from Earthworks, I'm sure. I got a little night blooming cactus up here. Foxtail ferns, Liripe. Got a Lady X rose right there. I love that thing. Here is our hanging plants that you see. Pothos, philodendrons of some sorts, Seba blue, the philodendron Brazil. Got a little string of hearts right there. It had a flower, but it's gone. It's a little propagation of some Hoyas. Yeah, this thing's going wild. Another golden pothos. Got a money tree right here, some more pothos. My wife, Kristen, she loves the cactus theme, so we got a lot of that. You'll see around the house, I got a lot of canvases of some of the Hoya flowers that we've bloomed. We're real big into the Hoyas. I got some oxalis in bloom up there. Sansevieria. You got some more drawings and stuff. So that's us. We're the Hoya Hunters on Instagram. If you want to see any cool Hoya blooms, Hoya flowers, foliage, we got it all on there. Sansevieria cylindrica. This is like one of my most favorite pictures that I took. It's actually a hybrid of two Hoyas. MB1208. We got, of course, Christmas cacti. I got a Hoya Royal Hawaiian Purple. Thing gets massive dark purple blooms. Takes about 3 to 4 years to get them though. I haven't seen them yet. They'll come. My wife loves her fiddle leaf fig. Got some Hoya books next to the mother-in-law tongue or snake plant. There's a couple more photo shots I took of some Hoyas that we bloomed. Hoya caudata, Hoya schifferti, and that's from Hoya SP AFF Finlaysoni 318. So that came from Epiphytica in Thailand. My wife likes to keep her African violet blooms. And here's tons of Hoya blooms that we've collected. They're pretty cool to put in like essential oils. Give you a nice perfume smell. Let's see. Here's some more Hoyas. These are just some big mamas that I don't really have any more room for. I got some in semi-hydro down there, which I'll come around to you. This is pretty cool. This thing is about, it's probably going to take a week or so, 2 or 3 weeks. That's budded up. It's awesome. It'll be a cool little orange bloom. They look like molars actually when they bloom. I've got a picture of it, of the bloom above my bed. This is a Hoya. It's a hybrid of the common carnosa and Hoya obovata. We got Hoya diversifolia. I received this as Hoya Potsi Cao Yai, which the Potsis have now changed names. They're now Hoya verticulata. They've been clumped. But this one's cool. I heard it's got a weird smell and bloom. Let's see. This is the bedroom. That's the Hoya lacciantha bloom I was telling you about. That's budded up on that plant in semi-hydro. That little orange. They're cool. They're probably one of my favorite blooms that I've gotten to bloom. Here's our little propagation station. Tons of Hoya cuttings. Some of these have been sitting in there so long because I just don't have any room to deal with them right now. This is another Hoya pubicalyx, just like the one out there. It has the big purple blooms. And they come from, let me see if I could find it. I don't know if you could get this in there, but this little thing right here is called a peduncle, or some people call them spurs. That's where the flowers eventually come out from. And we got new growth all the way up there. Love these guys. Splashy foliage, awesome house plant. We're just obsessed with Hoyas, so. This one is your most generic Hoya you'll find. It's Hoya carnosa, and this thing is wrapped all the way around. See, there's more spurs. They're all over, man. They bloom all throughout the warmer months. This is a Hoya they call Hoya linearis. It's real hard to grow here because it grows in the Himalayan mountains, I believe. So it's a little cooler temperatures there, which I can't really replicate unless it's in the house. Got some more oxalis right here. This was actually handed down. This is probably third generation. This was my grandfather's plant. I always saw this thing in bloom going down south to visit him, and I loved it. We're Irish, so we love the shamrocks. It closes at night when the sun's gone. It's pretty cool. Hoya Bella. This is another one that's just likes a little bit cooler nights. It's so hard to get going. It's got some new growth. We've bloomed it one time. So here, I'll turn off my grow lights right now. Then we can go check inside the grow room. All right, let's check it out. This is where we grow all of our stock Hoyas. Like I said, we're the Hoya Hunters on Instagram. If you want to find us on Facebook, we're Jacksonville Hoyas. We're probably people with the most Hoyas in Jacksonville. It's a little purpley in here right now. I'll turn a little bit of it off. Get some other lights on right here. It don't help much. You can check out this. This is a new baby leaf. If you want to come on the other side, they come in like little succulent leaves. They're rubber. They're real fragile when they first grow. So if you even touch it, it can knock over. Here's some other things that are in the semi-hydro. These are real rare. Hoya SP Chicken Farm. Hoya patella. I believe this is the pink flower. That's Hoya mapigera, yellow corolla. Here's new growth right here. This thing's super hard to import because of its thin leaves. Most Hoyas are thick and succulent leaves. So the thin ones are real hard to ship. This big mama, one of the largest leaves you'll find in a Hoya. Just look at that. Hoya trubiana. See, I want to show you this. See, that's massive. This one right here, it's got to be 10 inches. Here's some more stuff. So this thing's cool. This guy's pretty hard to grow. Can be. Hoya sigillatus. Very hard to come by. I can't tell if that's the red sun stress from the lights. I think that's what it is. Or if it's still too purple in here. This guy was much bigger just a few weeks ago. We cut it up, propagated a lot, but it's crazy. Those leaves are thick, hard, very Jurassic looking. A splash on there, man. Yeah, we love our Hoyas. Here's some stuff. If you want to take a look, we just propagated some stuff in here last weekend. Very rare Hoyas in there. These ones right here, the splashy ones I got from Russia, they're really hard to find in the States. Every bin you see in here is pretty much propagation that we've done recently. I keep the humidity in here about 50%, 55% sometimes. It'll get to 82 to 85 in here, even with the AC on out there. I shut the AC vents in here. Let me see if I can show you something real cool. This thing, I love this thing. I want it to bloom so bad. It's growing up. It's got my little light right here. It's got a peduncle here, one there, and one developing up there. And I want it to bloom so bad. It's got really cool blooms. Look at that. I can actually show you one that's blooming. So this is also a hybrid of two plants. They call it Hoya Rebecca. It was named after somebody. Let's see. There's some flowers. See, they're so fragile. A little bit more right there. The smell is, it's real perfumey at night. It's kind of like a jasmine scent. Hoya Rebecca. That's how semi-hydro goes. You put a little bit of water in the bottom. The water kind of trickles up through the clay pebbles. I like it and I don't. I like growing stuff in soil. Some of the trickier things I put in leca, which is this hydraulic you see, just as like save a plant because it's kind of dummy proof. If you get it in there, you're good. It's gonna root. It's fine. This thing, this is probably the rarest Hoya I have. It's very hard to come by. It's called Hoya Argentina Princess. Some people say Carnosa Argentina Princess. It's got variegation that has this silver cuticle over it. It's hard to see, but makes it almost all silver on the outside. I've seen the same plant about this size go for like $2,700. It's crazy. Oh, this guy is gonna bloom somewhat soon. Hoya Cardiophylla. See the buds coming right there? They're gonna be cute little yellow flowers once they get big. Super vigorous grower, super hardy, just easy Hoya to please. The leaves are so thick, you could. That's a good one right there. Got a couple mamas, like this is another hybrid. So I showed you in the bedroom the Hoya pubicalyx and then the ordinary Carnosa. So this is a hybrid of both those. See, there's another peduncle, that's where the flowers will come. This one also gets a big purple bloom. Very collectible, a lot of people like this one. Here's like the newer growth from the lights. It gets a little splashier with a bright light. Less light, you'll see these leaves like this, less splash. This is a big old mama. This one is awesome. Very Jurassic looking. Believe it or not, this one right here trying to grow in is a new leaf. It's just crammed in there, but super thick. That's awesome. Like you could flick them and hear it. That's thick. Look at that leaf. It turns color when you get it in the light. See the little red coming through? Getting a little sun stress. But it's alright, they like them. All these Hoyas, they kind of grow in the same vicinity. Mostly Indonesia, Malaysia, Borneo. These are the ones that I said I just cut from that Hoya caudata. They'll be ready in a little while. Anyone interested in them, all I can say is we do not have an Etsy shop. Everyone asks that. We just sell on Facebook and the Hoya Lovers Facebook store, or Hoya BST. Here's our little arrow garden. I just got that for Kristen for Christmas. We had a raised bed out in the back and all the stray cats loved it, so we had to bring them inside. Needless to say. Here's some other things. Hoya Michael, this one's a good hybrid. The flowers are super pretty. Finlaysonis. This is from Loei Province. We got some Obovata variegateds, or I guess some people call them Obovata picta. Everyone in the Hoya world calls them something different. You'll see so many people saying this and that, this and that. But I like to keep them in bins just when they're young and I'm starting to propagate them, just because the humidity stays in there pretty good. It gets hot under the lights, so they love it in there. I'll show you what these freaking bins will do though. This is crazy. Like, just look at the roots coming out of this thing. Say that's root bound? The new little growth right there. This guy needs some water, but if I give it water, I don't know what it'll do next. It's crazy. And all these Hoyas, they're all epiphytic. You know, they grow lowland areas. They grow off of trees, you know. You'll find them in Thailand, Philippines, Indochina. This thing is awesome. A lot of these have new growth already. This is probably one of my favorite Hoyas. It's Hoya SP AFF Finlaysoni EPC 317. So it's got the accession numbers of 317. It came from Epiphytica and Thailand, and it's just amazing. Look at that silver splashing on that. You got the new leaves and the new vine coming in. I don't know where to begin. We just have a lot of stuff going right now. Here's a popular one. Hoya elliptica. They call it the turtleback Hoya. I almost got it to bloom one time. These ones I just started last week as well. So they might have roots, might not. We do not import plants. We cut all of our propagation stuff from our mother plants. All Florida grown Hoyas. You can't use just any soil for this type of stuff. You know, they're epiphytic, so they grow off of trees. So you gotta have something like, you know, I got coco coir, I got mulch in there, you know, perlite, there's charcoal. See, it's a very airy mix. Got coconut husks in there. What is cool though, I got some seedlings. So when some of the Hoyas were outside, you know, in the warmer months, they flowered and the moths pollinated them. I got a couple seed pods. So here's some seedlings of Hoya lacanosa. And I got a little bit more right here too as well. These were started at a later date. What I do is I just use the soil that I make myself and just get them to grow in there. You just need a lot of moisture and humidity, a little bit of heat, and you'll get your own little Hoyas. So there was another Hoya flowering at the time when the mother plant got the seed pods. So I'm not too sure. These could be, you know, a hybrid of that Hoya Rebecca you saw over there blooming and Hoya lacanosa, which was out there by the sliding door. All right, you guys, Sean signing off from Earthworks. Glad you could take a look into my beautiful home with all my plants. Check us out on Instagram, the Hoya Hunters, and Jacksonville Hoyas on Facebook.